Okay, keep that mic close. 3, 2, 1. Hey, today my guest is Mike. Mike is a good friend of mine, and we've worked together lots. And today, Mike is going to tell me about his story, his immigration story. Basically, I want to know about your life in the Philippines.
Yeah.
I want to know about, and then your story of coming to Canada and what that's been like. So let's start
Sure.
way back, Mike.
Way
I want
back.
your story. We got time. We're going nowhere, right?
Okay.
Like, I want your story. Okay. So let's start from when you were a kid. Where were you born? What's your family look like? What did the living conditions look like in the
Okay.
Philippines? And let's
Sure.
just kind of like this. Let's just talk about some stuff that's happened in your life. And
Sure.
and
Sure. I'm pretty sure there are some interesting and not so interesting things about my life.
oh, I'm sure there is. Yeah.
Sure. Where do we start? Should we start with? Okay. So I'm a Filipino,
Yeah.
born and raised, and I'm from this province called Batangas.
Batangas. That's
Okay,
okay.
Yeah. So you're familiar with this balisong knife, the butterfly knife, right?
Yeah, the butterfly knife. Yeah.
That is actually originated in a town 10 kilometers away from my hometown.
Ah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the village is called Balisong.
Balisong. Oh, the village is called Balisong.
Yeah. That's where the name came
Okay.
from. And so in our province, people usually say when they go out without their balisong in their hips
Mm-hmm.
or in their pocket, they feel like naked.
Oh yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Just like Americans and their guns.
right, something like that.
Yeah.
But it's different in our situation because it's not legal for us to carry
Oh.
knives. So. But anyway, that's what people think about us in our province. They called us Batangueño.
Okay.
And we have a unique accent. We're Tagalog, but we have our own accent,
Okay.
different from majority of Tagalog speaking
Okay.
Filipinos.
Okay.
Okay, so
So you were born in this town,
in this town,
and your town is called what?
Balayan is the name of the town.
Balayan.
Balayan. In
Okay.
English, it's houses.
Oh, okay.
That what it means.
Okay.
Okay. There's a history on that, but we're not gonna
Sure.
talk about it. It's
Sure.
boring. Okay. It's all about me.
Yeah. You're damn right it is. Damn
Okay,
right.
so I came from a poor family, most of us. What I remember about my childhood is that I was raised in carnivals.
in carnivals.
Carnivals.
Like Carnivale? Like
Yeah,
like
like-
Mardi Gras?
like no, like theme parks.
Oh.
But theme parks here are way different from theme parks in the Philippines because in the Philippines, they combine theme parks with gambling.
Okay.
Okay, it's like a casino, a mobile casino.
Oh,
Because
okay.
in every different towns, different places, they put up these mobile theme parks, and alongside are the gambling
Sure.
section.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, and so I was literally raised by my parents in that kind of place.
So did they work in these theme parks?
Yes.
Oh,
In the
okay. So
ga- in
that we would call that like a carny here.
Yeah,
Like a carny.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay.
Every time when during summertime here, you have the
the different
the
fairs.
fairs.
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay.
Okay, so I was literally born in place like that, and raised.
Wow.
Yeah, carnivals, gambling places was my playground. I got lots of scars on my arms
Yeah.
from cigarette burns because I was a little kid and I was going where people smokes,
Oh yeah.
and then they
Oh, and their cigarette was down here, and you'd
down
run
here,
into
and
it.
then I was running. Yeah, I keep on doing that. So that's my and
So
not
tell me
that,
about these carnies, these carnivals. Did they go from town to town to town,
Yes.
like on a circuit sort of thing?
right,
And you would take entertainment there. There'd be
Mhm.
entertainment. There'd be gambling.
right.
Was there like prostitution too?
No,
Like
no,
prostitution,
just
so
gambling.
gambling
Yeah,
and entertainment. Were there rides? Were there games that play? Was it place for
That's-
kids too?
yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. Yeah, lots of rides.
Yeah.
But then again, we're on the gambling side.
Oh, you
Okay.
guys were part of. You guys took care of the gambling.
Yeah,
side.
my father is like he organized the people who will put their what they call that tables for games,
Mm-hmm.
and then
Like the
the
dealers.
dealers and all the
Okay.
So he's the guy doing that. He was the guy, and then my mother had a small uh, table where she sold lots of different products for people who gambles.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that's my
Wow.
childhood.
Wow. So that was during the summer months?
Basically all year round.
Oh.
But when during school years, we're back home with my grandparents.
Oh, I see.
Yeah,
I see.
so-
So you did get to go to school
Yeah,
normally.
normally, but then during summertime,
You'd be with your parents.
yeah, and we go to different places all the time during
Holy
summertime. It's actually very exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got lots of friends all over the place because of that. Yeah. So yeah.
So you would do that all summer, hang out with your parents. And then when school started, you'd go back home
we go back home.
and and you'd live with your grandparents,
That's
and your
right.
parents would keep traveling.
That's right.
Wow.
Yeah.
Are they still doing that now?
No, not anymore.
Oh, okay.
Well, that the reason why we got they had that kind of what do you call that? That's our only source of income
Oh, okay.
back then.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, my father was like, he only finished third grade.
Yeah.
Yeah, and my mother graduated high school, but then, they got married in early age.
Yeah.
And I'm the eldest. So what else?
You're the eldest of how many?
Four.
Four
I got
kids.
two sisters and brother.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're all and now they're all doing well.
Yeah, good.
Yeah,
Good.
except me.
No, malarkey.
Anyway,
So
so
you-
yeah, and so here's an interesting thing about my dad. My dad he just finished third grade. I'm not actually sure if he finished the grade 3,
Right.
but he is somewhat genius. I can tell. I can say that he's genius because he's very good with cards, and he can read cards. When he
Mhm.
play cards, he knew what his opponent's cards are all the time.
Ah.
So every time my mom was like having problem with money, he will give some money to my father. Okay, go and make some money,
Oh, right. Yeah.
and then he will go and then come back home later. And sure enough,
He always had some money in his pocket.
yeah. So
Interesting.
he's really good in, and what's funny is that from him doing that on regular basis, I'm always beside him. I never learned how to gamble,
Oh,
but I learned how to play the cards, all the games.
right. So you can play the games.
I can play the games, but didn't never learn how to gamble.
Like how to read
How-
how to read the person.
No.
Right.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's my childhood basically. Yeah, and then I went to high school, and then that's a different stage of my life where, being poor
Mhm.
and always underdog on something,
Yeah.
you know? But one thing that I am good at was that I'm good with drawings.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, ever since I'm 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 very confident that I know I can draw and stuff
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah. Yeah. No,
And
you're
so
good. You're good.
so in my high school in my first year high school, I was like I'm nobody. Nobody knew me,
Mm-hmm.
new school. Yeah, and I just want to be on the safe side where nobody will bully me, right?
Yeah, sure.
So I use my talent in drawings, and I join all the competitions, art competitions, and from freshman second year high school, because back then we're not K-12 system of
Oh.
education, so we have for grade 1 to grade 6, and then high school from first year to fourth year. That's it.
10 years of
10
school.
years, yeah. So I decided that I wanna be in a safe place in my school. I want people to respect me.
Sure.
How can I do that? So I use my talent. I join all the competitions,
Yeah.
and from the very first competition to the last until I graduate high school, I'm always the first place in everything.
Nice.
And so I gain respect of my classmates and other students in high school
Yeah.
because of that. So
And do you still draw?
yeah,
You still drawing?
yeah, sometimes,
Yeah.
yeah, but
I've seen one of your drawings once.
yeah.
I
Well,
think I
I'm
saw one little sketch you did of Da Vinci.
a replica.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
sweet.
it's a red chalk.
Yeah, it was what?
It's a chalk.
Chalk. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Same material as Da Vinci used in
Oh,
his drawings.
okay.
Yeah. So actually, right now I'm doing an oil paint.
Yeah?
I'm not just finished with it.
Oh.
Yeah, I'll give it to you once I'm done with it.
We'll put it up on the wall here.
Sure.
Put some good art up here.
I hope it's good enough.
Oh, I'm sure it'll be
But
good.
I think it's gonna be better than this one now.
Hey,
Just
you know,
kidding.
someone gave me that.
Yeah, I know the guy.
Yeah. It's okay.
Anyway.
Well, can they see it? I don't know if they can even see it. You're sitting right in front of it. It's all good. Don't worry about it. So you
Anyway.
entered into your art competitions. That's cool. How did school go for you? Like, was it a good experience back in the Philippines, or like? Yeah, I mean, I know you guys were pretty poor. Like, I know you came
Yeah.
from a tough upbringing. Like, did your parents have physically enough money to
No,
dress you and get you shoes and get you to school?
no. I had, as far as I can remember, I only had 2 shoes the whole high school years.
Oh, so like one pair had to last you a couple of years at
Yes.
least. Yeah.
Until I can't use it anymore, I have to buy a new one.
Painful. To
Yeah.
have to buy new
and
shoes.
and then when I graduated in high school, I had to wear a dress shoes for the graduation.
Mhm.
So my mom bought me these dress shoes that I used for my college as well
Right.
for several years.
Yeah. So how were you able to go to college? Is it in the Philippines? Is college, do you have to pay extra?
There's no, by the way, in the Philippines, there's no free education.
There's no free education?
Not
No.
at all. Even public school, you have to pay a certain amount of money.
Oh, okay.
Not like here.
Right. Here we pay for it through our taxes,
Mm-hmm.
the public school system. But once you get to university, then you have to pay here. So it's the same in the Philippines.
Yeah.
You didn't get a
same.
scholarship or anything
Yeah,
like
we do.
that?
We
have scholarships.
yeah.
Did
but
you get one?
No, because I applied for a job while I'm in college.
Oh, to put yourself through school.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Yeah, all of us, all of my siblings too.
Right.
So we work while we're studying. So yeah, and then college it was okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What did you study?
What did I study?
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, I finished a bachelor's degree in hotel and restaurant management.
Ah.
So this is my specialty.
Yeah.
My job.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
You still have friends back in the Philippines?
Yeah.
Back
I
in your
do.
hometown?
Yeah.
You still have
Yeah.
family there, right?
Yeah, a lot.
A lot of family back
Lot
in the
of family.
Philippines.
Yeah.
Okay. So after you went to college, you got your hotel and restaurant,
Hotel and restaurant management.
Okay.
Course. Yeah.
and then what did that teach you, and where did that lead you?
To be honest with you, I have nothing against my school, but all the things that I learn, all the things that I know now
About that industry?
about that industry,
Mm-hmm.
I learn it after school.
Oh,
You know. And another thing that I realize is that experience is more important than book knowledge,
right.
especially in this industry, because it keeps on updating technologies, systems. You can't focus on the book while studying this course, because it keeps on growing and changing.
Right. Because the industry is always changing.
Yeah. So when I graduated in college, most of what I learned from school, I can't apply in the actual
In the real world.
in the real world. So I have to learn everything from scratch. The only thing that I got from school is the diploma
So that
certificate.
right, but that certificate opened the doors for you to get the job.
Right.
Okay, so at
A
least
very-
it did that.
Yeah,
but not much else.
a very expensive piece of paper,
Yeah.
you know. But I don't mind, because because I have a very good college dean.
Mm-hmm.
Soon became and he became a very good friend of mine. He actually my mentor.
Oh, okay.
Everything that I am right now as a professional, I learned it from him.
Oh,
His name is Ed Bourbon.
and
He-
this is in the Philippines?
This is in the Philippines.
Sounds Italian.
Well, I don't know. Eduardo Bourbon is
Oh.
his full name.
Oh, maybe
yeah,
Spanish.
very prominent
Yeah.
name in our province.
Okay.
Yeah. So he taught me a lot of good things as a person and as a worker.
Right.
Yeah. So
Well, you have one hell of a work ethic. I know that
well,
from experience.
that's him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I learned it from him.
Cool. Ed's still alive? Still living in?
Yeah, he's my dean, and then right after we graduated, like several years, he put up his own school.
Oh.
Yeah. And while I am working, because after my graduation, I applied for a job in a hotel in 1993. Oh, 95. And in 98, after 3 years of working there, he called me one day. He said, "Hey, Mike, I put up a school. Want to come and work for me as a teacher?" What? I don't know how to be a teacher.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you can do that. You can do it. And then back then, I was thinking of resigning and looking for a different job, and the rest is history. I became a teacher for 15 years after that.
Oh.
Yeah.
And what did you teach?
Subjects like bartending, food service.
What are you gonna pour me?
Are we actually drinking?
Well, just a little bit.
Sure.
I'll get you home.
Okay.
So you were bartending,
Food service.
Yeah.
Housekeeping.
Yeah.
Basic culinary art.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are
Cool.
the subjects
Cool.
I.
Get comfy, Mike. Don't be too. You're doing great. This is an awesome story. I'm loving this. I got a little whiskey here. I got some bourbon. I got some tequila. I got some more tequila, and I got some sambuca. We should have a little drink, right, while we're talking.
Yeah.
Want to try this Buffalo Trace? Do you like bourbon?
Sure. Let's do
This
it.
is good. Well, what am I doing? Here, you're the bartender.
One of the oldest whiskey ever.
Buffalo Trace?
Yeah.
Is it an oldie? Been around a long time?
Yep. I as far as I know, this is way older than, like, what are those, Jack Daniels and stuff like
Jack
that?
and Jim Beam and all that.
Yeah,
Oh, like the brand is older.
Yeah, this brand is very old.
Oh.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, that's cool. So bartending, management type stuff. Did you learn like the back end too, like the bookkeeping, the
Yeah.
paperwork, and
Yeah, yeah. Part of hotel and hotel accounting, something like that.
yeah.
Where, yeah, s- I think I did. I just can't
You can't
remember
remember, yeah.
details anymore.
Did you teach that?
Yes.
You taught the bookkeeping stuff too?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And night auditing and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Front office operations. I got
That's a lot, eh?
it's a lot. I don't know if I can recall all of them.
yeah. Yeah.
But so yeah, I the most interesting thing about my life as a teacher was when in 2010. This is the highlight of my teaching career
okay.
because there was a program where all the schools in our region needs to compete with each other schools versus schools in
Oh, okay.
all the regions.
Mm-hmm.
So it started with our province. So in our region there are like 5 or 6 provinces,
Mm-hmm.
and they need to have their own competitions between themselves in the province.
Okay.
And in one province there are like 10 or more schools from different towns to compete to get the representative to compete in the regional.
Okay.
Okay, so in short, in our town we had our own competition. So 5 schools compete. How do you say that? We had the competition on who's gonna represent for the province.
Right. So like a city competition.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a bartending competition of teachers teaching the subject.
Oh.
So this is
Okay.
teachers versus teachers.
Okay.
And so, without me knowing, my boss signed me up for the competition.
Right.
And so I said, "Really? Okay, sure." But then back then I was managing my own bar catering business, a
Mhm.
small.
Mhm.
You cater to different your customers' places.
Like
you-
houses and
you
stuff.
you
and-
bring your bar, you bring all the
Oh.
booze, glass and stuff,
Right.
instead of them going to the premise, right?
Sure.
To the location. So I'm pretty much updated, and I always work with actual customers all the time, aside from being just a teacher.
Right. Right. Because you're actually catering events. You're
Yeah.
doing the bar.
I'm doing the bar.
Yeah.
And I'm actually behind the bar serving customers
Sure.
all the time. So I thought, okay, I have an edge here.
Sure.
Why not? Okay, I'll join the competition. Okay, so first competition, schools, competition between schools in our town. I won it.
Nice.
Okay, all right. So next step, province. Okay, we're gonna have different provinces in our region to compete to represent the no, hold on. So town and then region. Yeah, two competitions. So first one was the province, and then the second one was the regional. The regional was like 8 or 10 towns represented by their best teacher in bartending, and I joined that. And I actually have a video on YouTube of the competition.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and so I also
You won it.
won that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I won it, and the reason why I mention it is because it has something to do with why I am here now.
Oh.
Yes.
So you won this. Okay. So you won 3 different stages of the competition. So you won the whole competition.
The whole competition.
The whole thing.
Yeah, first place all the
Nice.
time.
Nice.
Yeah. So, and the final competition was in the main one, and
Have a drink. Cheers.
just
So the main competition
yeah.
was where? What city was it in?
Fortunately, it happened in our city.
Oh, okay.
We are the host,
Okay.
but are not our school, but the town.
Okay.
Okay, the city itself. And so the reason why I mention it is because it has something to do again with why I am here. In 2010, you remember our former bartender Chris, the Filipino bartender Chris.
Vaguely.
Yeah, he is the reason why I am here. In 2010, in that competition, he was there, representing their school,
Okay.
and he was my former student
Mm.
back then, like probably year 2000, 2001. Okay, and then he soon became a teacher of that same school.
Oh, okay.
Okay, and then in 2010, in the main competition, I saw him there. He also competed in a different category, but then he was there all the time, the whole time that I am competing, and he saw me doing my thing, and and up to the time when they did the ceremony, the awarding ceremony, and when I got the award, he was there too, with my dean, the Ed Borban.
Mhm.
He was there too, and later on after that, I learned that he went here in Canada to work for Diego at the Bird.
Oh, okay.
So basically, when Diego asked for additional stuff, he recommended me to Diego.
Oh,
So that's why.
that's how you started the journey.
Yeah, yeah.
So you were in those days. There was a lot of Filipinos coming over and working here in Canada. I mean, I don't.
It's easier
It
back
was
then.
easier. Okay, it was easier back then. And was that always something that you wanted to do? Like that was something that you thought, I'd like to go to Canada or to another country, or was it just the opportunity presented itself? And you're like, okay, I'm gonna do it. Like, what was the thought process there?
Okay. Back in high school,
Mm-hmm.
in my very small room
Yeah.
in our house, I had this poster,
Yeah.
a skyline of Vancouver.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I think that was in second year high school. I can't remember where I got that, but it was on the wall of my inside my room. Big poster of Vancouver,
Hilarious.
and
Of
never
all the
thought-
cities.
of all the cities. I believe that it's meant to happen.
Yeah.
But after that, I never realized that I'll be coming here.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I applied for a job in luxury
In where?
in different countries.
Oh yeah.
Never applied for a job in Canada because opportunity never came until Chris
Chris.
phoned me. Yeah, and he asked me if I'm interested in applying for a job here. And he said, the only thing is you have to pay for it. Okay, how much are we talking here? So he told me and said, how big is the chance? Well, if you be able to pay, there's a big chance that you can come here. Back then, there's no English test, the international English test system.
Right.
And so, okay, I'll do it. Yeah, and it happened.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah.
And you know what's funny?
What?
On the day I came here,
Yeah.
so I slept at this Emma's house, the person who
Mhm.
helped me to come here.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the next day, her husband drove me to Chris' place, the apartment next door, the bar.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, we went there, and I met the guys, and they asked Emma's husband if I can sleep over for the night, and the guy said, okay, sure, sure, I'll just pick you up tomorrow morning for your BCID.
Right.
We need to apply for your BCID. You need to apply for your social, the insurance number,
So, yeah, your SIN number. Yeah.
your SIN number. Okay, sure, I'll pick you up at 9. Okay.
What?
And I got drunk.
Yeah, they toasted you, right?
They toasted. Oh my God, I passed out, because they. Yeah. So in short, I was using a BCID with my picture drunk.
You're just hungover or drunk.
I can barely open my eyes in the picture in my ID.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and I was using that for
5 years,
usually
probably.
5 years.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was, and then that was the very first day that I got here. No, the second day when I went there to their apartment, I learned about the situation of the pub. I said, really? So they taught me. They told me about what's going on.
Oh yeah, because by that time the pub was kind of getting into
It's
trouble
getting-
already, right?
Yeah. I said, okay. Well, God didn't bring me here to suffer and just waste all this. You know, there's some reason why I am here, so I'll stick to it. And so yeah, and then I after a week I started working for Diego,
Yeah.
and the very first thing that I told Diego, the very first thing that I said to him when we talked, just us, was I thank him for giving me this opportunity of being here.
Yeah.
Yeah, not everybody can have this opportunity.
Yeah.
So I promise that I'll do my best. I'll do my very best to work hard for him
Mm-hmm.
and for the company, and that's what I did, and that's what I'm doing until now.
Yeah. Yeah. That's right. So the immigration process with you has been just
Oh my God!
what a gong show.
Should we start with that now?
Well, maybe like you can. It's interesting because a lot of people don't realize how difficult it can be for people to actually get into this country. So like not a quick, there's nothing quick about it, but maybe like, I think people would like to know, like just a general overview as, I don't even remember the story now. Like
Yeah.
I kind of knew a little bit about it and stuff. Don't get yourself in trouble.
Yeah.
But, cause are you right now,
Yeah.
what is your status in Canada right now?
Well, right now I am a proud permanent resident of Canada.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
So that's good. So your citizenship should be
Well, right. I think 3 years after being permanent
okay.
that I can apply for citizenship.
Okay. So let's talk about your immigration story because I know it wasn't a normal procedure. There was nothing normal about it, right?
Yeah. Everything did not work the way I want it to be.
Yeah.
So, okay. So, what happened was in 2015. That was my end of December 2015 was my end of contract as end of my work visa.
Okay.
Okay. And so in 2014 I started applying for my permanent resident status. And back then it was still easy to apply because there's no incident. A certain company made this whole thing more difficult for us.
Mm.
Yeah, remember that McDonald's?
Oh,
Yeah.
right. Yeah. You
Yeah.
can talk about that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right after the.
Because McDonald's was bringing in Filipinos
Mhm.
as temporary workers, right?
Yeah.
And then they were not treating them properly.
Yeah. And
Is
then.
that the way? Is that what happened?
Yeah, I
You
think.
can talk about it. I don't
Yeah.
know the whole story, so I can't really
Well,
say.
I'm not 100% too.
Okay, sure.
But what I learned about that story was that certain Canadian workers complain about
Oh, okay.
foreign workers taking jobs from them,
Oh, okay.
and then companies are taking uh, what do you call that? They're making, how do you say it? When you are taking advantage
Oh, of the
of
foreign
the
worker.
foreign
Yeah,
workers.
Yeah.
So the immigration saw that, and then they made it more difficult for foreign workers to apply here.
Okay.
Okay, only those who can really do the job, and instead of getting this LMO, which
Mhm.
is generic, no names for whoever they wanna hire, they
Mhm.
can just give that LMO.
Oh, okay.
Okay, this is the like a key for you to come
Right.
in the country.
Okay.
And then they changed that into LMIA,
Mhm.
where the paper should be assigned to your name.
Okay.
This is not gonna be generic anymore.
Right.
So it's and they made it more expensive to apply for it, for the employer to apply for it.
Okay.
So from, I think from less than $300 to $1,000.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you gotta want that employee pretty badly.
Yeah.
now.
So what was happening is that I think the immigration is trying to discourage employers to hire people from outside,
Right.
right?
Mhm.
And then they implemented the English test certification, the IELTS, for all the foreign workers. After that,
Right.
right? So back to my story. In 2014, I applied for my permanent resident,
Yeah.
and that was also the time when we shut the pub down.
Oh.
I think in 2015, early 2015.
Right. So basically now you're without an employer.
Yeah, so I submitted my application, but when they call and check the company, it's closed.
Oh boy.
And so they canceled my application,
Oh boy.
right? So and that was close to the end of my visa as a worker.
Oh.
And so I applied for like extension.
So that's when all the problems started.
That's all the problem started.
Right.
So I stayed
You better have a drink.
so I stayed here for 2 years under implied status.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I reapply, and through the help of my friends, I survived for 2 years.
Whoa.
But it was difficult. I almost lost my family back then.
Yeah.
Nobody knew that.
Your family back home. Like
Because
your wife,
My wife.
because she was like, "What the hell are you doing?"
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I can't send the money.
Right.
But then, hold on. Good things will come.
Yeah.
Yeah, right after this.
So 2 years as.
As under implied status.
Get over here. Come on.
Implied
Get comfy, man. This is a good story.
Implied status is when you apply for extension,
Okay.
and while you're
you're
waiting for the result, you're under implied status.
Okay.
So basically, I survived under implied status with the help of friends
Right.
and family back home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So after implied status, what happens?
Until I received an email from the immigration telling me you need to go home.
Oh shit! Really?
Yeah. They gave me a warning. Yeah.
Okay.
Because they said that if we picked you up and put you in the plane to go back home, you're not coming back.
Oh,
There's no chance for you because you are being deported, right?
right. Like it's
But
like you're not allowed to be here anymore.
or there's certain years where you cannot come back. You cannot reapply. But if you go on your own and do a proper a new application to come back, it's okay.
Okay.
So I decided, yeah,
I remember that.
yeah, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
now I remember.
but what's good about that was before I go home, I got my new LMIA application approved.
Ah,
Meaning I got the piece of paper that I need to reapply
right.
before I left the
Mhm.
country. And so that's
So
and
you wa-
remember that night when I was working in
Yeah.
the liquor store,
Yeah.
and then Diego came in with a piece of paper rolled.
Yeah.
rolled
Yeah.
And
that was a good night.
that was a good night.
Yeah.
I can't forget that.
Yeah.
I said, "What are you doing here?"
Because you and I were working that night together, right?
No,
Was
you're
I
home.
Was I home?
Yeah.
Oh, he
you're
phoned
home.
me.
Yeah. And then so Diego came in around
That's
10.
right. He phoned me. Yeah.
So he said, I asked him, "Hey, what are you doing here?" Just wanna see what's going on here. The usual.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay. And then Luigi came in. Hey, Louis. Like what I always ask you, what are you doing here? It's
Yeah.
almost closing time. I just need to do something. Looks like you have a meeting. What's going on? That's what I said.
Yeah.
I still remember that. And then David
Dave
came
comes,
in.
Yeah.
Yeah. I said, "Oh, is there something wrong? Everybody's here. What's going on?"
Yeah.
And then Diego just waited until I closed the door,
yeah.
and then he opened up the piece of paper. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we celebrated. We
Yeah.
celebrate
That
the
was good.
success. Yeah, I
good.
remember that.
Yeah.
And I was
You still
so-
had to leave though. Damn it.
I still have to leave,
Yeah.
but at least I have that paper that I need.
Yeah.
Yeah, to be able to do the new application.
Yeah. It was sad that you had to leave and it took a whole nother year, but it was nice because I remember when you were left and then I'm getting all these great pictures of you with your daughter
Yeah.
and because you hadn't seen her. And how long had you not seen your daughter at that point?
Well, I left them right after her first year birthday.
And then you went back. How old was she?
She's turning 8.
She was turning 8. So you didn't see your
No,
daughter?
no, she's
No.
turning 6.
6. So you
6.
hadn't seen your daughter in basically 5 years.
5 years.
Yeah. And we complain about being quarantined for 2 months.
I know, right?
Right?
Yeah, yeah.
Can you imagine not seeing your little tiny baby girl for 5 years? Just all those growing years? Crazy.
And remember there was a time, I think the liquor store and the cigar shop was downstairs,
Mm-hmm.
that I was talking to them, and I showed you a picture of my daughter staring blank,
Mm-hmm.
not
Not
responding
responding
to
yeah.
anything at
Yeah.
all, to whatever I said,
Yeah.
because
She was stressed out.
she's stressed out. She missed her dad and stuff.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was sad.
That's sad.
But then it was nice. You got to go back. You spent a whole year in the
The whole
Philippines.
year.
Um,
It's happy and sad
yeah.
for me when I came back, because I felt like my father just waited for me before he he died,
Right.
because
right.
I went home,
Right. Yeah.
and my father died, and I'm
Like
the only
just shortly after you got home, right?
one. No, actually,
How long was it?
he died in September. I came back in February.
Oh, okay.
So I spent time with him almost every day. I'm beside him. And when you see a father to his little boy, that when the boy is going to his dad, that his dad is like this.
Mm-hmm.
My father is always like that to me.
Oh, that's nice.
Every time he sees me.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, yeah. And so I spent enough time before he died. And then he died with me on his side.
Oh, that's nice.
I'm the only one in the hospital when that happened. I was in the waiting area, and the nurse said, "You might want to come in." Okay, what happened? He stopped breathing. We've been reviving him for like 30 minutes already.
Oh, Jesus.
Okay. And then I was looking at him, and the doctor asked me, "Do you want us to continue with this? Or should we just pull the plug? What is the chance?" I asked. We just basically trying to make him his heart beat with the machine. There's nothing we can do anymore.
Yeah.
Okay. And so I phoned everybody
Yeah.
that he's gone. So he died peacefully. Yeah, I think he's happy.
Good.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. That's the sad part, but the rest are very.
Yeah. So your father passed away and you were there, which is a positive of being back in the Philippines.
right.
It did slow your whole process down quite a bit.
That's right.
But I guess there's a good side to that part too, right?
Yeah.
Like
and
again, things are happening for a reason, right?
for a reason.
Yeah.
And then here's another thing. Everything is somewhat connected, you know? So I went back there with very not the money that I saved to go back home is not even going to last for 2 months.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Okay. So, we're okay for the first month, and then on my second month I was thinking like I need to find a job.
Yeah.
And I am very confident that I can go back to teaching. But then everything changed since I left.
Oh.
They don't hire people even though with lots of experience in teaching. They need to have the education
Oh, like a teacher like a certificate.
as a teacher, and I don't have that.
Oh boy.
So I can go back to be a teacher.
Uh.
So what am I gonna do? I don't have all the stuff that I need to put up my catering business again. I got rid of them,
Sure.
and so I applied for a job as a call center agent. In a call center agent.
Oh.
Yeah,
Sure.
I work under Direct TV. The company in the
Yeah,
US.
yeah.
Cable TV. And so I learned how to install cable TVs, those CVRs, and I continued using the language because I've been talking to Americans.
Because you were talking to
all the time.
Americans all the time, right?
Yeah. And I didn't realize that later on I'll be needing to take the English test. Because when I do my new application as for work visa here, that I need to take the test and I need to talk to the interviewer.
Right, and have good comprehension.
Yes.
Yes.
And so it's still jibe, you know?
Yeah. So you worked for Direct TV for a bit, and then how do you figure then when you can come back? How do you know when you can come? You just wait 1 year and come back?
No, I during the time while I'm working, I am also working on my papers. Yeah, lots of requirements, lots of things that needs to be done, lots of documentations,
Right.
medical tests,
Oh, yes.
and I was so stressed, and I did my medical test twice
Oh,
because I got very high blood pressure the first time.
right. Because your stress level was through the roof.
Yes,
Yeah.
and it's a
Huh.
good thing the second time was okay.
Good.
Yeah.
So then go through that paperwork. You get to come back to Canada.
Mm-hmm.
And then where did you start to work then? And when you came back, I mean, I know some of the
Yeah.
story, but I'm asking for the people watching this.
Yeah,
So
so
when you came back to Canada, how did you get to come back? I don't understand. What allowed you to come back and start working in the country again?
well, so So I reapplied for the same employer for a new work visa. So I literally started from zero again. So the 5 years,
Forget it.
forget
Gone.
it,
Nothing.
gone. Yeah. So I started from zero. And so the good thing about this second application was, in my application, there's a support for permanent resident application from my employer, which I don't have the first time.
Mm.
So when I came here, the very first thing that I did with this new immigration consultant is to start processing the permanent resident application right away. Because we have to. Because before the end of 2 years of my contract under work visa, that I need to be permanent resident. Otherwise, it's gonna be the same problem like the first
Oh,
one.
Right.
So, and good thing, within a year, I got my permanent resident status. So, since I came back here, everything seems to fall in proper places.
Mhm.
Everything. Yeah, but before that, it was a tough experience.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, because we never knew from day to day whether you were going to be gone or here or what the heck was going on,
Yeah,
right?
and remember when most of our customers signed up for this petition?
Oh, yes.
Remember?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I made so much friends because of that.
Yeah.
You know.
How many signatures we get on that thing? That was a big
Uh,
petition.
Yeah, probably around 300 signatures.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got all the. I still got them.
You still got it?
Yeah, I kept them.
Nice.
Yeah, I don't need it anymore, but
Yeah.
you know.
It's kind of a neat little memento.
Yeah, these are the people who supported me. Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
And I remember one time this young lady, Alex, Steve Potts' daughter.
Okay.
Yeah, she learned that I am going back home. The last day that I work in the liquor store. She came in already crying.
Oh.
Where's Mike? Where's Mike? And she was actually crying, pouring tears.
Oh my gosh.
And she hugged me and she said, I feel very sad. You're going home. And she's literally crying. And I was, oh shit.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I'm coming back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm coming back. Yeah,
So you came back, and now
I'm a permanent resident.
and your wife and your beautiful
And
daughter
they're
are here
both
now.
here now. Yeah.
Yeah. How long have they been here now?
Since December. So 5 months. Yeah.
That's nice.
So every time people ask me, man, you have a tough experience here. It's okay, cause I still won.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're already here.
Yeah.
I won the fight.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter how long it took
Yeah.
for me to get in this position. It doesn't matter.
You're here.
I'm here. They're here,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm still healthy, and we can start with our lives here.
Yeah. And your little girl's going to school here, right?
Yeah, she's already going to school.
What grade she in?
She's in grade 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how's the English coming along? Pretty good?
Oh, she's better than me now already.
I bet. Yeah. Crazy,
Yeah.
eh? Yeah, before you know it, she won't have any accent at all, and she'll be right in there.
Right.
Yeah.
But every time we speak our language at home.
Yes.
We never speak English
Yeah.
at all. So
That's okay. So she can keep the grasp of
Yeah.
Tagalog.
Tagalog, yeah. And every time she needs to say something to us through writing or typing through text, Tagalog.
Oh, well, that's good. Then she's
No English.
she's bilingual. Perfect.
Bilingual.
Yeah.
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 Hopefully,
She can keep that.
She can keep
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Yeah. It's hard, like I only ever spoke dialect for Italian, but
Yeah.
it's getting harder now because my grandparents have all passed away.
Right.
So I'm not practicing. I haven't spoke Italian in months now.
That's right.
So I'm gonna lose that something fierce if I don't somehow practice.
Yeah.
Because my grandma couldn't speak English. She only lives 3 minutes down the road from me, and I'd be there.
Remember that I have a story with that? The day she died?
No, maybe. I don't know. I think
Early in the morning, because I'm supposed to work in the cigar shop at 10, like 7 in the morning or 6.
Yeah.
I texted Diego. First time that I did that. Hey, Diego. Since last night when I went to bed, I can't sleep at all. I was thinking about your mom. How is she? That morning.
Right.
And he did not reply to that. And then like 15 minutes later, he called me.
Crazy.
Crying.
Yeah.
She died. She's gone. She's gone, Michael. What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Weird, eh?
Weird.
Yeah.
That night and then till morning when I woke up, I was thinking about her. That's why I texted Diego. And she's not even sick. She's not sick.
No, she wasn't. No, there was nothing wrong with her.
Yeah.
No, when she died, not perfectly healthy, but
yeah, she woke up.
She was fine. Everything, boom, gone.
Yeah,
it was crazy.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
I got so much memories of her because
Yeah.
we did lots of traveling, Diego, Mama, and I.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, just little road trips up the
Road
island to
trips
see
up
things.
island,
And
yeah.
Yeah.
We got pictures of her eating ice cream, the three of us.
That's cool. Yeah.
Yeah. So, that's there are other stories that I can't remember right now.
Yeah.
But
we're not done yet. We're gonna probe a little more.
sure.
Just a little longer. Like, I don't know. I want to know a little more about you, and so do the 3 listeners.
Sure.
Like, you must have like a random story of when you were a child, or a random story of the Philippines. How about this? Like, just because like we don't understand because we're so privileged here in North America.
Right.
Tell me like if you don't mind.
Sure. Yeah,
Tell me about like the living conditions or what your house looked like. I mean, people say we grew up poor. This motherfucker grew up poor, right? You grew up like poor, like
as in
dirt
poor,
right? So
Yeah.
like I want to know. And if you don't want to talk about it, that's cool.
No,
but I
it's
want to
fine.
know just so that people can actually understand what the word poor means. Because a lot of times people say they're poor, which just means they can't go on holidays, but they're not poor, right?
No.
Like, no.
The government will still give them some.
Yeah, like in the Philippines, if you don't have money, you starve to death. That's it, right?
Yes. And if you don't know how to make money, then
You're done.
You're done. Yeah.
And what if you get old in the Philippines and sick? If you don't have family,
Oh, you'll die for sure.
That's it. You just,
even if you have money,
yeah.
but if you don't have enough, you still die.
Jesus.
You know. My father is supposed to live a little bit longer if this hospital is not too greedy,
Oh.
because we want my father to be transferred to a better hospital, right? Because he's not getting better in this hospital where we brought him. But they said that, sure, but we need to use our own ambulance.
Oh.
We can have
You can't transport them yourself.
no. I said, why? We can't get our own ambulance. No, it doesn't work that way. We have to use we had to use our ambulance.
What?
And it took probably 4 or 5 days before it happened.
To get an ambulance.
Yes.
Oh, Jesus.
You know?
Yeah, that's bullshit.
And I was watching my dad dying
Yeah.
every minute.
Did he ever make it to that new hospital?
Barely.
Yeah.
You can't talk to him anymore. He doesn't respond to any conversations anymore. But when we're about to enter the new hospital, he held my sister's arm and said, "No, not anymore. Don't. Let's go home."
Mm.
But we still,
You still went in.
we still went in.
Yeah.
We still tried.
Yeah.
Yeah. So being poor is, ha. You have no idea.
No, I
No.
don't.
Okay. Have you tried pouring coffee to rice just to have a little bit of taste in your food and some sugar?
Really?
That's rice, coffee,
Yeah.
and some sugar
Yeah.
just to
Just so you had some flavor other than
some-
rice.
Yes.
Jeez.
And sometimes we eat with salt. We eat with soy sauce.
Soy sauce, yeah.
Yeah, soy sauce. And that's it. When I was younger, when I was like 5 years old, 10 years old, I thought my mom and dad are gonna die soon because they were so skinny and old looking
Oh,
couples
Right.
because of so much hardship from raising 3 kids back then.
Yeah.
And then when we grow older, we thought my mom and dad, they never grow old. They look getting younger and younger because we never thought that during those time when we're younger that there's the situation are difficult that they don't eat at all
Right.
just to give
Food to the kids.
food for the kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just work and work. And yeah. And so our house is like this. So we live in my grandparents' lot. Okay?
Okay.
She has a big compound with all the kids living with them with small houses inside the compound. And my mom's sister put up a little bit bigger, like one room living room and small kitchen, right? And their roof is like this. Okay? And so my mom and dad asked them if we can attach our house to one side of their house so that we can save one wall, right? So we just need to
do
you
3
know,
walls.
3 walls instead of 4. And they said, okay, sure. The problem was the roof is like this,
Mm-hmm.
so we need to follow it. Okay?
Oh my God.
And so, as a kid, I can reach the roof with my
On the
hand
one side, on the low side.
on the low side.
Oh.
I can reach it without the ceiling, without this.
Yeah, yeah.
Barely metal sheet. And so, during summertime, you know how hot in the Philippines.
No, I don't. I've
Oh.
never been there, but I can imagine. Hot.
You're literally
hot and
living
humid.
inside an oven
Yeah.
every day of your life.
Mm-hmm.
That's my childhood.
Yeah. And those damn thin tin roof,
Yeah,
low,
the what do you call
corrugated,
that? Corrugated
steel roof.
steel.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's our roof.
Super low to
Super
one side.
low.
It must have been hotter than an oven in that.
So the highest is probably this high. Imagine going down
Yeah.
to the other side of the wall. That's it. 1 square room. You know?
Yeah. What did you have on the floor?
We have concrete.
Oh, yeah, concrete.
Yeah, but we don't have washroom.
Where was that? Outhouse?
Huh?
Outhouse?
In our house, we don't have washroom. We
Sure.
don't have toilet. We don't
Yeah.
have bathroom.
Yeah.
So we go in the back, wherever.
Really?
Yeah, when I was
Jesus.
as a kid.
So no single spot where to go.
No. And then my grandfather decided, okay, all the boys, let's dig in the back, and let's
Create somewhere.
create somewhere where we can, you know,
Yeah.
do our thing
Yeah.
for everybody.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. But before that, we're just we go in the back of the house or on the side, whatever, you know. And then we have this pump for water.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And that's where everybody's taking shower. All of us. Everybody in the compound
Would shower where the pump was.
where the pump was. Doing laundry, taking shower, everybody. Yeah.
Jesus.
Like we're talking like 50 or more people.
Oh, the whole family,
The
all
whole-
the extended family, all the uncles and aunts and all the cousins, everybody.
Yes. And what?
So zero privacy.
No privacy at all. What is it?
Yeah.
Doesn't
no.
exist. But what's funny was that everybody's happy
Yeah, incredible.
because
Eh?
we're everybody's
Together.
together. You know, all the kids playing. You know, all the parents are laughing all the time, doing bingos and stuff.
Yeah.
You know, that's our.
And did everyone kind of go out and earn money for themselves, or was it like you help each other out in the
No, so everybody's doing the same job as my parents did. In the carnival and the gambling
Right.
side of it. Yeah, so that's their main source of living.
Right.
Yeah. And but one thing that I can't forget about my childhood was that one day my father came home with a boombox. Like
Yeah.
you know, the one with
Yeah. We used to call them ghetto blasters. I don't
The
know if you can say that anymore, but
I don't know. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's the thing.
yeah.
With a plastic bag full of cassette tapes.
Holy shit.
I was like probably 6, 7 years old, and these are Matt Monroe, the Platters, Beatles,
Oh.
all the oldies.
Yeah.
So at a very young age, I learned all those songs.
Huh.
Yeah, I can sing along with them.
Yeah, that's like winning the lottery. That
Right?
boombox.
Yeah,
and all
that's
those
my life. That was my life back then. That boombox, until it broke, and I think I did cry.
I'm sure you did.
That is actually the very first thing that I tried to fix in my life.
Oh,
Yeah,
it just wore out.
yeah. I just the dial doesn't work
Yeah.
anymore. You know, the tape stopped reading the.
Oh gosh.
You know, eating the tape.
Yeah.
Oh my, what's going on with this?
Oh boy, incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's living poor. Yeah, that's tough. But you're working out of it now.
Mm-hmm. And not to mention that being poor and being bombarded with hundreds of typhoons and
Oh gosh. Yeah.
that's why, and we somehow find ways to make fun
Mhm.
out of it. There's a flood, let's swim.
Mhm.
Swim in the flood.
Yeah.
You know, it's raining all day, all night. Let's go to the farm. Let's find some frogs to eat.
Right.
Snails.
Yeah.
Yeah. And there's one time actually, my a friend, a good friend of mine, invited me to go to his house to have lunch with him. He said he got something and it's delicious. He grilled it, and it's ready for us to eat. I said, okay, I'm on my way. So it's like 5 minutes walk. So I went there. I sat down. Didn't ask what it is. Okay, munch in. So we ate. Right after, I asked, what did we eat? It's delicious. It's a farm rat. Holy shit, it's a rat? I don't mind. It's good.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's rat. First time. Yeah. Nothing happened to me.
No, I guess if it's cooked
Yeah.
properly and everything.
Yeah. But
It's meat,
Still,
hell.
yeah, but it's still rat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God damn.
Yeah.
That's like living during a war or a famine
Yeah.
where you got to eat whatever you can.
You gotta take away the idea of choosing what to eat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like that. I feel like I have an allergy on that. I
Yeah.
don't want to eat. Nah.
Nobody. Yeah. Yeah.
What allergy? We don't know what allergy is.
No.
Yeah.
No. Because, yeah.
We can't
Can you-
afford allergy.
You can't afford allergies. Can you imagine if you were, vegan, lactose intolerant, or celiac? Or
Yeah.
you'd be dead.
That's why
You don't have any of those things in the Philippines, I'm sure.
No.
No.
That's why ever since I was a young man, every time somebody asks me, "What type of food do you want?" I will prepare something for you when you come in. I said, "Prepare anything you want for me, even if it's not edible. If you said it's edible, I'll eat it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't worry."
Yeah. Jesus. Yeah, that's living poor.
Yeah.
People need to hear that. They need to hear that story. Because I'm sure that that's still going on in the Philippines every day.
It never changed.
No.
It's even worse.
Is it?
Yeah, there's a town in Manila. Before, after when it rains, it floods, and then the water will subside and will dry out.
Mm-hmm.
Now that city is permanently underwater.
Oh.
Yeah, it stopped
Stop
know,
draining.
Yeah, so it's like the city in Thailand, floating city. But this is actually not floating city. This is a sunken city, but people are still living there. You know.
Yeah. Crazy. So do you got a couple of good bartending stories for me? Everyone likes to hear a bartending story. What's a crazy ass bartending? Tell me something naughty. Tell me
Here
something you
or
could-
back home?
I
Here.
don't care.
Well,
Tell me something you could get in trouble for.
my wife.
She's gonna watch this,
She's
so
gonna.
Be careful.
Okay, so there's
Say like, I had a friend that used to bartend.
pretty obvious.
Yeah, right.
Okay. Well, yeah, there's a couple. The one that I can't forget here was when one night I was bartending,
Yeah.
and one of this regular customer, which is a lesbian.
Okay.
Okay, every time she get drunk, she becomes a horny woman. I don't know. And then I was bartending, and then she started becoming tipsy and
Yeah.
getting drunk. All of a sudden, she asked me, "Hey, Mike, you think my boobs are fake?" I said, "I don't know. It's yours. How do I know?"
Yeah.
"Yeah, it's real. Touch it." "Nah, I don't want to." No. He grabbed my both hands and put on her chest.
Yeah.
Actually, she put it inside. And she told me to squeeze
Give him a
it.
squeeze.
Yeah, and I did. I'm sorry, my wife. Occupational hazard.
That's right.
Oh, yeah, that's real. Those are real.
Yeah.
Nice, actually. And then later she asked me if I want to go with her in the washroom. I
Oh
said,
my
"No."
gosh. I thought she was gay.
Well, when she's drunk, she
magically turns hetero.
yeah.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. And so I said, no,
No, can't do
no,
that.
can't do it.
No. Oh, that's hilarious.
That's funny, actually.
Yeah.
And then there's a somewhat terrifying event here when I remember Joe, the big guy Joe. I think he was a chef back then.
I don't know. Doesn't matter.
I barred him,
Right.
and he's a big man. I thought he's gonna punch me on the face.
Shit.
I just held myself up. I pretend not shaking,
Yeah.
but I was like, "You go out of this place now. You're barred."
Yeah.
Because he was racist.
Oh.
He's yeah,
yeah,
he
there's
was
a few of those idiots around.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I said, nope. If I'm gonna allow this to happen, this will happen every time. And other customers were hearing this.
Mm-hmm.
They thought that it's okay.
Yeah. It's not.
So it's not. I showed everybody that it's not. I'm this small, and this guy is like this, and I said, get the fuck out of here. You're bored. Yeah. And then after a week, he came back, apologizing, and he said that he's sober after that. That he's under. He went to rehab and
Oh.
stuff.
That's good.
Yeah, and I said, okay, yeah, you can prove yourself. Everybody is what do you call that? Is deserves a second chance. Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. And he became very good. He's very good person after that.
Oh, good.
Yeah, he's very polite. Okay.
You changed his life.
Yes, I never heard of him since then.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know where he is now.
Right.
Yeah.
So he came back one time to apologize.
To
And that was it.
apologize. Yeah, and
Wow.
he shook my hand and he said he realized that he need to do something for himself because of that.
Wow. That's good.
That's good.
That's
Yeah,
really good.
But then there's a more interesting story back home when I was in working in a hotel.
Yeah.
Yeah, on the very first day of working. Well, this is somewhat tragic. On the very first day, I was skinny, 20 years old.
Mm-hmm.
So I work in a restaurant of this hotel, and I need to do a room service. Okay,
Oh boy.
oval tray, no push cart.
Oh.
You have to carry it.
Carry the
yourself.
tray. Yeah.
Yeah, and my captain said, "Okay, this is just on the second floor. I'll let you do this by yourself." Okay, are you sure? Yeah, it's not that heavy. Okay, sure. So I lifted up, started walking towards upstairs into the hallway on the second floor, and I saw the third door is where I'm going to serve to deliver the food. And then on the second door, my hand can't take it anymore, and everything fell on the floor.
Oh shit.
Lots of food. Yeah, it all fell on the floor on the hallway, and I thought, oh shit, I think I'm not working here tomorrow anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's very terrifying.
Yeah.
And so, good thing that the captain understand, and he said, it's okay, let's do it again. This time use a cart, and you do some workout because you're so skinny.
Yeah. Yeah. If you can't carry that. Yeah.
Yes, so I and then I did. Yeah. So, but then the more interesting story about my life in working in a hotel is when I did a room service to a couple, German couple, and when I knock on the door, room service, the guy opened the door naked.
Of course he did.
Holy
Filthy
shit.
fucking Germans.
Beard, big, hairy, thick. And he's naked in front of me. And I said, room service? Okay. You want me to leave the tray here for you to pick up? No, can you please bring it inside? Holy shit, this guy's gonna rape me. I'm so scared. I hesitated.
You were scared,
Yeah,
yeah.
I got scared because he's
Yeah.
big, and I don't know what he's gonna do.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't realize that he has someone inside. His wife lying on the bed, naked
Naked?
as well.
Nice.
And I said, holy shit! First time I saw someone naked, foreigner,
Yeah,
a
yeah,
foreigner,
yeah.
and I was like 50% excited and 50% worried that this guy might,
Yeah.
you know. And so when I saw the girl, she's actually nice looking,
Mm-hmm.
blonde German
Yeah.
girl, and she doesn't care. She doesn't care.
Didn't care.
You know, I asked my captain. He told me that, oh yeah, these people, when they're in warm weather places, they don't wanna dress anymore because they're always covered with clothes. They're
I don't think so.
I don't know.
I think they wanted you to join in.
Well, I did not. I didn't. Nobody asked me.
Yeah.
But anyway,
I
so
think they wanted to do like a choo-choo train or something. I don't know how that worked. I don't even know what that is.
but so I started enjoying being inside the room because I'm
Yeah.
seeing this woman,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And so from me asking the guy, do you want me to leave the tray here and
Yeah.
for you to
Now
take
you
it?
don't want to leave.
Now, do you want me to set up the table for you? Do you want me to prepare the food for you?
Yeah.
Because I want to stay a little bit longer.
Yeah. Hilarious.
Yeah, it's funny.
Oh man. Well, that's some good stories there, bud.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, it's good stories. It's good that you're here now, and it's just time now
I think
before you become a Canadian. That'll be a day we'll celebrate.
But I would also like, since probably a lot of people will see this, I would like to give my deepest gratitude and my utmost thank you to the
Oh.
the Trosso and the Silera family.
Oh,
Because if you, David, Diego,
especially Diego,
are not around for me, I wouldn't be here. You know?
Well, thanks, man. You know what? Like, I didn't do anything. To me, it feels like I did nothing.
Good.
Stop looking at the camera.
I just want to really say thank
No,
you.
you're-
'Cause,
you're- and
from
you're
the bottom of my heart, I don't want to cry, but
No. You don't have to cry. But you know what? I will say that Diego really did everything he possibly could to make sure that you were here.
that's why I can't say no to him.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, he did a lot. He did do a lot.
He actually, I almost felt like he did more than what he need to do for me. You know?
Yeah, maybe, yeah. I think that part of that came from because you were so loyal and such a hard worker for him that he felt that almost like an obligation to do it for you because you're such a good dude, and we were all, you always looked out for us so much, especially for him and his business. Excuse me. And I think he felt obligated to do it, and and it's been good because he did that and you did this, and it's good.
Yeah.
It's
And another thing that I feel that I am not that alone here in Canada is because of you and the family. Because I felt like I have a family away from my own family. Because I never felt alone.
Yeah.
You know?
We spent a few Christmases together, and
Yeah.
that was nice. Yeah. We always like to invite a stray into the house.
I've
A
had
couple of stray cats.
Yeah, I have some good meal.
Yeah,
in the fast.
couple. Yeah.
Yeah. Here and
Well, when you get into your new place and you got a full kitchen, I need some Filipino food, man.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I will invite.
No rat though.
No.
I'm not into it.
Don't worry. No rat. Cat maybe?
Sure.
No.
What the hell? Tastes like rabbit.
Oh, did I mention to you that that once in my life I had a pet dog, a dog? Yeah,
Really?
yeah.
Did you eat it?
No.
I ate my pet bunny rabbit.
Well, I will too. But with my dog, this is what happened. I had a dog when I was in grade 4, I think. My father brought home a puppy.
Jesus.
Okay, and So I named him, and to be honest with you, until now, my password is his name
Oh, hilarious.
because I can't forget
Yeah.
him. I love the dog. But then one day, I woke up and my uncles are busy cooking something outside our house.
Oh no.
And I was like, I don't care about you guys. Hey, my puppy, where are you? Hey, my dog. Where is he? Mom, where's my dog? They're cooking it.
Oh Jesus.
What? And then I started crying already.
Yeah.
Why? Who told you that you can cook my pet?
Yeah.
No, he ran outside and he got run over by a car.
Uh.
So he died. And then your uncle took him and decided instead of burying him, they're just gonna eat it.
Right.
You know? One day good meal for one day.
Yeah. I wonder if he actually ran into the road, or that's what they just told you as a kid.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
didn't ask anymore.
Yeah,
But
no, you believe them, and that was.
and
it.
then my uncle offered me a plate of the meat.
Yeah,
Said, no,
can't do it.
can't do it.
Yeah,
That's my pet.
yeah, yeah. It's a tough life, man.
And I did not have another pet after that. I was like, what do you call that? Traumatized.
Yeah.
But I feel so sad.
Oh,
I
God.
don't want this to happen anymore.
No.
I don't want a pet anymore.
No.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's my pet dog.
That's growing up poor.
Yeah, eating your own pet.
Yeah.
Damn.
We used to have rabbits all the time. My dad used to keep rabbits in
But
the
you
back.
raise it for eating too, right?
Well, we
Exceptionally.
didn't. The kids didn't.
Yeah.
But yeah, we played with them, pat them, and then, it was food.
When it's time, yeah.
When it's time, it was food. We never got too attached to it. It's like a dog is a totally different attachment level. But yeah, Dad had those rabbits for eating. They weren't for pets, but
Right.
yeah, it's the shit you grow up with. Because my dad comes from the old country too, and where if they didn't kill an animal, they didn't eat.
Yeah.
You
That's right.
didn't go. There was no grocery store.
But what's good about growing up as a poor kid is you appreciate everything
Yeah,
until now.
yeah.
Every single thing that come to your life better than what you had before is always good,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
So that's why I never complain, or if I do, not a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, mostly I don't complain about things, about the weather.
The weather. How can you complain about the weather in Victoria?
I know, right? But a lot of people here complains about the weather.
Yeah, because they got nothing else to complain about.
Yeah, it's
You got to always have something.
too convenient here. I feel worried about my daughter.
Oh, it's so easy, right?
It's so easy here.
Yeah.
Because I want her to grow up strong and a survivor,
Yeah.
you know? But if you're living in a very convenient environment, you can't. I don't know how you will.
How do you teach them that? Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. So
That'll be something you'll have to learn to put a little bit of that Filipino toughness in her.
oh, she's getting some spanking every now and then. I don't know if this is legal to say.
Probably not.
But not to the extent of
Yeah. Yeah.
because she still need to realize that she's from an immigrant family, an immigrant parents.
Yeah. Yeah.
If we feel like you need to be spanked, you'll get
You'll
spanked.
get a spanking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oops.
Yeah. Oh shit. Maybe we should
I'll
cut
get
this
it.
off now before we all both go to jail. Beautiful, Mike. Well, that's really good. This is a great talk. I learned a lot of things about you I didn't know.
Yeah.
I didn't know you were a carny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I probably and in a very young age, I watched lots of sexy girls dancing naked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
During those time, because my father used to like to watch for free because
He was
he's part of the whole
right.
thing, and he knew everybody, and wherever he goes,
You were there.
I'm there. And when he wanna watch someone he likes, I'm watching too.
Unreal. And you were like 10?
No, earlier than that,
Oh,
probably
jeez.
as early as I was actually being raised and with my mom on her side on my crib while she's doing her
Oh,
thing.
really?
Yeah, in the carnival.
Holy
I was a
smokes.
baby.
Where
Yeah.
were you actually born?
I was born in my grandparents' house.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. All of us.
Yeah.
Yeah. and with us is the umbilical cord, right?
Yeah.
They cut it
Yeah.
and then they roll it in a piece of linen.
Mm-hmm.
They wrap it, they put your name, and they tie it to a string. All of the the grandkids, all together in my grandparents' house.
Really?
Yes. So there's like a string of umbilical cords of every grandkid.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is it like a Filipino tradition or something? Or
I don't know if it's a Filipino tradition or just my grandparents.
interesting.
Yeah.
Huh. So it's like a little piece of linen. So all you see is the linen.
Yeah. No, you don't see
You don't see
the
anything
cord.
else.
It's being wrapped properly.
Huh. Just a little piece of dried up
It's like
skin in there after.
I think what it is the belief that if you tie them all together, they're gonna stick together.
Mm.
The family will stick together, and we're very close, all of us.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Wow. That's some voodoo shit there, isn't it?
Well, there's no ceremony whatsoever.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Interesting. Interesting. Cool.
Yeah. All of us, probably more than 50 grandkids, because my mom has 9 siblings
Holy moly.
in the legal wife. Not to mention the other kids.
Oh. Right.
Yeah, my granddad he was something.
He got around, didn't he? Nice. Cool. Well, this is really fun. Thank you. This is
Well.
you're the first non-family.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, yeah. My, this is like my fourth show. I
Well.
filmed one more that it didn't work. Hopefully everything's working here. Hopefully camera's good and mics are good, and this is
Right.
up on YouTube and Spotify soon. Yeah, this is where this is going. I'm gonna make you famous.
Oh my God.
All right, Mike.
Well,
Thank you.
thank you so much
It was
for
good, man.
inviting me here in your podcast.
Yeah, thanks, man. All
Thank
right,
you.
have a good one.
You too.